Good morning, good people of St. Camillus. Hope you're doing well these days, keeping safe, and as we begin to open up little by little, hopefully one of these months we'll be back together again in church. There's a very poignant scene during the Passion narrative. It's the evening before the crucifixion. St. Peter has just denied Jesus 3 times, saying, "I don't know the man, I don't know the man," swearing he doesn't know Jesus. And upon the third utterance, "I don't know him," there's a very, very poignant scene where Jesus turns and looks at St. Peter, and St. Peter begins to weep. He's betrayed the one he loves 3 times, and that look of Jesus into his eyes is enough to bring Peter to tears of repentance and regret. In today's gospel, we have another encounter, this time the risen Jesus with Peter, and 3 times Jesus asks Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me more than these?" And 3 times Peter says, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you. Yes, Lord, you know I love you. Yes, you know I love you." And the 3 responses of Jesus to Peter is, "All right, then feed my lambs, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. If you love me, then love those who are mine. Feed my flock, feed those around you, your brothers and sisters." There's a remarkable consistency to God's identification with us. Think back to Paul's encounter with Jesus, the risen Jesus, on the road to Damascus. Paul is knocked for a loop when he has his encounter with the risen Christ, and Christ says to him at that moment, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? Who are you, Lord?" "I am Jesus, the one you are persecuting." Jesus is so identified with all of us, with humanity. The Son of God who took on our human nature continues to be identified with us. "Peter, do you love me? Do you love me? Then take care of my people. Take care of my planet," we would add today. "Take care of my creation, including all who are in it. Take care of the poor. Take care of our common home, the earth. And in so doing, you will be showing that you love me." Later on in today's gospel, we hear Jesus say, "When you were younger, you used to dress yourself and go where you wanted, but when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands. Someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go." Well, maybe some of us feel a little bit like that in these days, that we can't go where we want to go, we can't do what we want to do. This coronavirus, it's almost like a cord has been put around our waists, and it's leading us in terms of what we can do or can't do. We feel bound. We don't feel with the same amount of freedom that we had in the past. But regardless of the circumstances in our lives these days, the message of Jesus to Saul, to Paul, to Simon Peter, to us remains the same. Do you love me? Do you really love me? Then it doesn't matter any betrayal of the past. You have the present, you have the future. And if you love me, then feed my lambs, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. Take care of each other, and in loving your neighbor, in taking care of the planet, our common home, God's good creation, in reaching out to take care of one another, you will be loving me. May God give us the grace to do just that. May we be instruments of God's love and God's peace in our world today. Peace be with you. Stay well, and hope to see all of us gathered sometime before Christmas back here in the church. God bless.